Hi everyone, it's Galen. Today I have pattern paper that I'm going to show different ways of using it, partly as a trim for a card and cutting out some of the patterns on it. And Unity has beautiful pattern paper for sale now. I'm using the Unity Stamp Company kit called Goodness of Life. It's an August 2019 Uniquely Unity line. And I believe that's going to be available to purchase in September. And this is the pink and blue watercolored paper pack by Unity. I believe the artist is Graciele Design, and her wonderful art is already layered for you right there on the paper. It's minimal layering that you have to do and coloring because it's all done. I decided to use adhesive pearls, but no twine this time. I'm using Neenah 110-pound cover paper for the card base in solar white. I'm also using a Fiskars paper trimmer. It's wonderful. I love it. It has refill blades when you need to have a sharper blade. I'm using various Copics markers. Now I stamped and trimmed to fit the card base, the image of the girl and the sentiment. Now I'm also trimming the pattern paper to fit the front of the card base. And that's going to be a little wider than the girl's layer. I have an extra flower bud on this extra piece that I'm going to use as an additional accent. So for coloring, I decided to stamp with Copic friendly ink because I'm going to use Copic markers, which are alcohol based. So there's different ink required for alcohol markers, but any type of coloring is fine for this. I just had the Copics out and decided to go ahead and use a few different layers of each shade. The actual marker colors will be listed on my blog. I just stick on the craft mat assorted colors that I want to use. Sometimes I use them all, other times I just use a few. So the colors will be listed eventually on my blog for this project. I like that the flowers have various shades of pink and purple, different colors of lavender and pinks. So I didn't want to match it exactly, but I picked coordinating colors for the dress and the presents and the coloring in general. I love this Uniquely Unity stamp set. It's perfect for birthdays. I mean, you could even use a different sentiment, and it could be for a bridal shower. It could be for other occasions too, any kind of celebrating, even New Year's really, if you changed the sentiment out. Layering the skin tones and the hair and the dress and the gifts. I like to go from light to dark and then light again. And sometimes I start with a darker color and then add the light and blend in the shades together. Now I'm adhering with flat double-sided tape the pattern paper panel, and I'm going to use foam tape on the back of the girl and the sentiment panel. I'm just going to offset it so it's not so centered, and I'm going to trim this beautiful little bud, and I'm going to use that as an extra accent on the girl's stamped panel there. And I decided to use some more of this paper, and I made a little handmade flag using scissors and a little strip of paper, and I cut it down to fit just the top right area of the card. Now I like to have a little dimension, so I added foam tape. Actually, I added pop dots, which are foam tape in circles, and I popped up the little bud, and I popped up the flag. And I really like how it turned out. The papers are just beautiful. There's a few different paper packs that Unity has started with. It's wonderful. I hope you like this. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day.